Hi little chef, this is Abby in the galley, and I'm going to tell you about my culinary journey and how I became a chef on a yacht. I grew up in a big Italian family, and my Nana and Gigi were always in the kitchen. And I always wanted to be in the kitchen with them. At this young age, I never really considered cooking as a career. I always thought of it as a fun hobby. I had this mindset all the way up until my second year of college. I started out at the University of South Florida, and I was in a pre-med track. I wanted to be in the field of pathology. I knew that I loved the sciences and the medical field, but I still felt that my biggest joy was through cooking. I lived in a dorm with 8 other girls, and I would cook for them almost every single night. I was on the unlimited dining plan, so I didn't have to cook for anyone, but I wanted to. So I would go to the dining hall, and I would take their decorations. They had squash as decoration, pumpkins, garlic bulbs. So I would take their decorations and go cook it in my little toaster in my dorm and feed it to my roommates. I was also on the lacrosse team at USF, and I would go to the dining hall and tell the ladies there that I needed 8 loaves of bread, 5 pounds of ham, 5 pounds of turkey, and 5 pounds of cheese. And I would sit on the back of the bus on our away games, and I would make sandwiches for the whole lacrosse team. So I knew I was totally in my element when I was around any kind of food. I soon realized that this is what I wanted to do for my career. So I put in an application to UCF with their food service management program, got accepted, and then transferred to UCF the next year. In the food service management degree, you have some classes that are hands-on culinary, but for the most part, it's more business-based. We did, however, have a commercial kitchen on the campus, and I went in and talked to the kitchen manager there and volunteered my time whenever there were events. This was my first time working in any professional kitchen, and I fell in love with it and learned so much. Once I felt like I knew the basics, I applied for a job at Walt Disney World, and I got a job working in their kitchens. I worked at the Contemporary and then Fort Wilderness Resort. This was my first real job, and I loved every second of it. My chefs were amazing, and I learned so much from them just by asking questions and showing them that I wanted to move up and learn from them. I worked at Walt Disney World for about 2 years while I was going to college. I was taking 21 credit hours, working an internship job at my old high school as their culinary arts teacher, and working about 35 hours at Walt Disney World. Let's just say I was a bit exhausted, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Taking so many credit hours allowed me to graduate college in 3 years and get right into my career. And from that internship job at my old high school, I got offered the culinary arts position as soon as I graduated. Everyone loves a good full-time job with benefits right out of college, so I took the position. I never saw myself as a teacher, but here I was in a classroom full of 30 high school students, and I had to teach them about my passion. But somehow it came naturally to me. My mom's a teacher, so I think I got it from her. After my second year of teaching, I got a call from the district asking me to be the program director for the best culinary arts school in the county. So I accepted the position at the new school. Even though I was teaching high school culinary arts, it wasn't your typical classroom teaching style. We had 3 to 4 catering events a week, whether it was through the school board, through the school itself, for weddings, parties, whatever it might be. It was such a rewarding job, not only teaching these children how to cook, but also to run a business. If I wasn't busy enough, I also had my catering business on the weekends. I opened up my catering business right after college as soon as I started teaching. I've done weddings, events for 1,200 people, cooking classes, parties, you name it. So now this is where the yacht story comes in. I was on summer break, and I was doing a national park trip with my family. We were doing 9 national parks that summer. There was no reception out there, and none of my texts were going through, so I checked Facebook Messenger, which I never do, and saw that I had a message from my brother's best friend from elementary school's mom. And the message said, "Hey Abby, are you still in the food service industry? My boss is looking for a chef on his yacht." I told her that I am, and I told her to give him my contact information, so she did, and I got a text message setting up an interview for that night. We had the interview, and it went really well because I was offered the job, and I had to make a decision by the next morning because the yacht was leaving in 5 days. So this meant if I said yes, I would have to fly back early from my family vacation to get on the yacht. After going back and forth, I knew that this was going to be an opportunity of a lifetime, so I said yes. I hopped on a flight and flew back to Florida and started working on my provisioning list. The trip was going to be 26 days, so I needed to make a menu and provide all of the ingredients for the 26-day trip, and only had about 5 days to do so. I created my menu and then started to work on my provisioning list by thinking about every single ingredient that I'll need for every dish. This took probably 20 hours. Once I had my provisioning list complete, I ordered it through Instacart and they brought it directly to the yacht. I drove down to Miami and started packing the yacht with a whole bunch of food. I told all of my friends and family that I was going to start a TikTok on this journey, and jokingly said to follow me before I got famous. So this was truly just for my friends and family to watch. I never intended it to be this big, but I am so grateful. Now keep in mind, I did not use social media before I started this TikTok. I didn't have Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok itself, so I downloaded TikTok to show all my friends and family what I was doing. I posted the first video and I got like 3,000 views and I was shocked. It was my 5th or 6th video where I'm cutting up pineapple and talking about spoilage where it got millions and millions of views. I didn't realize this because there was no Wi-Fi on the boat, but as soon as we got Wi-Fi, I got a whole bunch of text messages from my friends saying, "Abby, have you looked at your TikTok?" At this point, I realized that this actually might go somewhere. So I continued making the videos and posting every single day. Within a month's time, I went from 0 followers to 500,000 followers. I still thoroughly enjoy making these videos for you little chefs, so I'm going to continue doing so, and I hope you enjoy all of my content. Some of you might watch my videos for just entertainment, but I know some of you really take the culinary arts industry seriously. And if that's you, my biggest tip is to get in a kitchen and start working. Start at the bottom, ask questions, learn from the chef. If you have the passion and the work ethic, you will get far in this industry. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or TikTok and I will try to get back to you. I also want to take a moment to thank all of my little chefs for your support. Your positivity in the comments makes this so much fun for me. So thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe to show your support. And thanks for listening to my journey of how I became a chef on a yacht. Bye, little chef.